In this video, you'll see reviews of Match Week 3 Premier League action and previews for Match Week 4. You'll see the magic of the Premier League, VAR controversy at 3 games, Brighton, Manchester United, West Brom, Chelsea, and last but not least, Tottenham, Newcastle. You'll see a shock win for West Ham over Wolverhampton Wanderers, and the worst seasons for Fulham just keep getting worse at Fulham at Craven Cottage. Hello guys, Will's back with another video today, and today, as you may have heard from that amazing intro I've already done, we are going to be reviewing Match Week 3 of the Premier League and predicting Match Week 4 fixtures. We had an intriguing week of Premier League football, and I've watched some of the matches live on the Sport for Australian viewers. We start with Brighton and Hove Albion taking Manchester United. Brighton set a record of 5 posts. 5 times they hit the posts. And eventually, Leonardo Trossard and Sonny March were hitting the bars, hitting the crossbars, getting shots away for Albion. And eventually, at the near post, 90.90 plus 5, Albion equalised after 2-2. Neil Maupay scored Albion's first goal with a penalty, a chip kick over David De Gea, the goalkeeper. Lewis Dunk credited the Albion goal to get Manchester United going, an own goal off the captain for Albion, the most experienced Albion player on the field that afternoon, followed by not too long later, 12 minutes, a Marcus Rashford goal after he'd been on offside twice. Then the late drama from Solly March for Albion gets Albion their second, and it should have been over from there. Albion should have wrapped it up, and they deserved the points. Manchester United players and managers looked like they'd come away with a robbery or committed a murder. They didn't think they deserved the win. But Bruno Fernandes has come out on social media and basically been a savage, but he scored Albion's penalty after conceding the first one. Manchester United's penalty conceded the first one. So that was the Premier League start. Next we saw Tottenham versus Newcastle United. Newcastle looked like they were going to get a good win here, and VAR drama saved them. But in the Manchester United game, the VAR was controversial at the last penalty. The whistle had gone, and then they reviewed it, and then found that Neil Maupay, the Albion striker, was a blatant handball. So that's what happened. Lucas Moura got Tottenham's first goal after shots consecutively from Harry Kane and Son. Tottenham looked like the better side for the first half. Harry Kane with the assist. VAR drama as Callum Wilson receives a handball penalty and puts Tottenham level again. All the strikers in my fantasy Premier League team have scored this match week, so I was very excited to hear that news. Then we went to the game of the round. Potentially, there's considerable games that could be your vote for game of the round. Everton went to Selhurst Park to Crystal Palace and played Crystal Palace. I'm going to try and pronounce the goal scorer for Crystal Palace, but he seems to have scored a fair few goals at the 26th minute. Assist by Andres Townsend for the Eagles. Equalised from Dominic Calvert-Lewin, the hot man in the Premier League, or the blue man, I should say, so far, to get the Blues off the mark for that game. And Richarlison, the striker for Everton, who's also in my fantasy Premier League team, gets off the mark with a goal at Selhurst Park. We move on to the Hawthorns, where West Brom hosted Chelsea. Chelsea looked dreadful in the first half. Albion looked guns blazing, hands down, just legendary. Callum Robinson scored twice for the Backies, 4 minutes in and 25 minutes in. And Kyle Bartley put the Albion 3 up in 27 minutes. The comeback from Chelsea was impressive, but nothing to brag about at the Hawthorns, as they got to a 3-3 draw with goals from Mason Mount 10 minutes after the half break, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Tammy Abraham. Mason Mount with the assist and man of the match award that day. Did he deserve it? Well, that's questionable. Get off the mark with their first win. Losses to Palace and a smashing to Tottenham. Danny Ings, the hot man at the moment, he scored all of Southampton's goals this season. Scored again early in the 4th minute at Turf Moor to get Burnley 2 matches in and 2 losses, but more importantly, Southampton get their first win of the season. Bramall Lane, where Sheffield look to revamp their squad after their win. I think they won. I don't know what happened against Wolves. Their season is going lower and lower as Leeds' Patrick Bamford in the 88th minute. He signed for Chelsea a few years ago, but I don't watch enough of Chelsea, and I wasn't following football back then. So Patrick Bamford scored the Leeds United goal, and that's your match day completed. Now, the big games that we all need to hear about was a smashing 11 goals between the 2 matches. We start with Manchester City versus Leicester. Riyad Mahrez, the former Leicester City man, scored early on in the 4th minute to get Manchester on the roll. Goals from Jamie Vardy, a hat-trick, James Maddison, and Yuri Tielemans, these names are difficult to pronounce, scored Leicester's 5-goal haul, and Nathan Ake, the new signing, got on the board with his first goal for Manchester City. West Ham hosted Wolverhampton Wanderers in what we all expected to be a one-sided affair for the wrong team. Wolves looked flat and dull. They had very little impact in the game. But what West Ham did well is what Wolves didn't do was keep Jared Bowen quiet at all. He scored twice for the Hammers. Raul Jimenez with an own goal, and Sebastian Haller with West Ham's late goal. Today we saw what could have been a really good game if Arsenal turned up. We saw Arsenal taking on Liverpool 3-1 to the hosts at Anfield Road. We saw Lacazette strike first for Arsenal in the 25th minute. 3 minutes later, Sadio Mane has a goal on the board. One of the best players in the league. That's debatable though. I can't say anything because I don't watch enough of the Reds to know. Their lead doubles. Andrew Robertson scores the goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold the assister, and the new Wolverhampton man, Diego Jota, scored, Wolves, Liverpool's 3rd goal. Fulham host Aston Villa at Craven Cottage this week. A poor result for Fulham, who now have not won a game, and they've conceded 10 goals, I think. Well, 10 goals plus 3-goal affair here for the Villa. 4 minutes in, Jack Grealish is on the board, with his name on the board. And I'm not going to pronounce the second guy's name, but 15 minutes later he scored. So 12 minutes. With the assists, the first 2 assists, both from John McGinn, the Irishman, and Tyrone Mings has scored. Has scored Aston Villa's last goal. So that is the Brown you'll need to know about. That was this week's matches. This week's fixtures. Now, I'll be looking forward to this week's fixtures because we've got some amazing games coming up. I haven't even looked at the fixtures, but I just know that there are amazing games coming up. Because there always are magical games in this football league, because that's just how this works. Crystal Palace, who are in fine form, go to Chelsea. Crystal Palace have only beaten Chelsea 4 times. Kick off at 9:30 on Saturday. My prediction is an away win for Crystal Palace, 3-0. Chelsea are going to be dreadful. Crystal Palace are showing themselves as a contender for top 4 this season. I might be being too optimistic to the Crystal Palace supporters, but to be honest, I have high hopes for you this season, the Palace supporters. Goodison Park, the Everton are flying high this season, and they host Brighton and Hove Albion. Only played 6 times, the 2 of them. Everton just the better with 3 wins and a draw. Albion look hot this season though, but they won't be able to match the pace at attack or the defensive qualities that Everton can make. They will get a goal though. It will be Adam Lallana with his debut goal, because I'm optimistic. We might do a part 2 if he scores, so hopefully he scores Albion won't be able to match the pace though. Albion 1, Everton 3. So the visitors will go home empty-handed. Now, it's Leeds versus Manchester City. Last fixture was played was a 2-1 win to Leeds 16 seasons ago. What have Leeds done to match Manchester City? A lot. They are going to have a fierce contest between the two of them. But realistically, we should be seeing a Manchester City win, but I'm not sure now. I think a 2-1 win to Leeds would be a very good result for Marco Basella. I've got that right. As Leeds United. Newcastle go to Burnley. And they play. Burnley are in big trouble this year, and I think it's going to be continued on. Callum Wilson is in fine form for Newcastle, the Magpies, and Andy Carroll will get the 2 goals to concede a 2-1 win. Chris Wood to get the other goal for the Clarets. Leicester versus West Ham. Can West Ham turn their form around? They've actually had more wins against Leicester City than you would have expected. What's the score going to be? It's going to be a sneaky 1-1 draw with a last-minute goal from either side. I can't tell you who, though. Saints go to West Brom. They host West Bromwich Albion in a pretty big game for both sides. Saints looking to revamp their form 4 matches in, and West Brom looking to show that it wasn't just a fluke against the Blues. What's going to happen? Danny Ings is going to score 2 goals, and West Brom are going to get a draw late on to get their 2nd point of the season. Things could be looking up for them, but I think predicting the bottom 3 could be simples. It's going to be West Brom are looking to finish with Fulham FC. Fulham are last and West Brom are 2nd last. If I'm wrong, then if you're watching this afterwards, after the season's finished, tell me this, because West Brom and Fulham are going to be the 2 relegation teams. Who will fill that 3rd place? That's still up for grabs. It's too early to really tell you, but that's just from what I'm thinking. The Emirates is our next destination to host Arsenal versus Sheffield United. Who's going to win this? It's going to be a blowout for the Gunners. It's going to be 4-0. Sheffield are having a dreadful season this year, and I think it's going to continue. Fulham look to get a performance better than they did this week, as their chairman has come out, and their owner, chairman, whatever you want to call it, has come out and officially apologised to the supporters on Twitter. Wolves are looking to bounce back from their shock 4-0 loss last match day, or this match day, against West Ham. Who's going to win this game? Fulham are going to come out and shock the world. They're going to win 3-0, the away team. I'm being optimistic. That's my optimistic prediction for the round. Manchester United versus Tottenham. Who's going to win this game? Well, the statistics say Manchester United have had the better of the wins. 56 matches played, 35 wins for the Reds, and 12 draws. Spurs, however, have only won 9 times. Who's going to win? None of them. It's going to be a snore draw. Both teams play boring football, but if Gareth Bale starts, he comes on and brings the impact that the Tottenham Hotspur need, I believe. And the lucky last game of the round, which should be a blowout. It should be Aston Villa versus Liverpool. But Villa's form this season, I predicted them to be in the bottom 3 this season. Where are they going to finish? That's still for debate. Who's going to win this game? It's going to be Villa. It's going to be 1-0 for Aston Villa this round. Villa are looking good this season. I can't say anything better than that. And now, what you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, the table. This is going to be a new addition to this exciting new revamp, which I'm going to start this round. Table. Bottom 3 in this order: Fulham, Sheffield United and Burnley. Above them by a point is West Brom. Wolves now sit 16th. Saints got out the bottom 3 with 15th. Manchester United and Manchester City sit respectively 14th and 13th. Brighton playing well at the moment, looking to show their quality. They are now 12th. West Ham, who I predicted to be a bottom 3 club this year, are 12th. Newcastle flying high at 10th. Chelsea at 9th. Tottenham are 8th. Leeds, not a shock, but they're 7th. I predicted them to finish high. What is a shock is Palace are in the top 6. They are 6th. Arsenal are in 5th. This is a shock. Aston Villa are 4th. And Everton haven't lost yet. Whoever wins against Everton, it will be a big game. Everton are 3rd, followed by their Merseyside rivals on goal difference. Wow, that's a close Merseyside affair. It's sequential, really. Liverpool was 2nd, and Leicester are 1st. I thought Leicester were going to win the league last year, but they didn't. So if they win the league this year, I'll be impressed and happy for them, because that's what I believe is going to happen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is your match week fixtures you need to know about. We'll see you back here again. I'll check my fixtures. We'll see you back here sometime between October the 5th. Oh, there's a must be a bye. Must be FA Cup week, boys and girls. The magic of the FA Cup is exciting. So on Monday the 7th, Wednesday the 7th, hopefully, is a day that I'm here and not in Hadspen. But it's beside the point. I'll be here recording a new video, probably doing a review and preview of the FA Cup or Carabao Cup fixtures. Until then, I look forward to seeing what happens until then. But from me, that is all I need to tell you. So goodbye.